Hey there, welcome back. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. That was ridiculous. I know I said I was making a gouache video next, but I was at the Dollar Tree and subsequently Five Below because they were right next to each other, and I was using it as a sort of bribe to get myself to do some errands, and I found these. And you're probably wondering, why are these so special? They're not, but each of these items was $1. This was a fine liner that I got at the Dollar Tree. They had like 8 different colors of these, and I was shocked. I was shook. I said, I have to try these. I love the Dollar Tree. I grew up pretty poor, so it was like my go-to for getting things that I wanted. And Dollar Tree now, it's become like kind of a trend, so it's more popular than ever. So they have way more cool stuff. So fine liners, it says that it is quick dry, water resistant, and acid free. So we're going to do some drawing with this. And this sketchbook, can you see it? Yeah. This was $1. It has 80 GSM paper, and it's a 49-pound paper. I don't know what that means this I just draw and paint on whatever, or I feel the paper, and I go, I like the way that feels. It has this thingy. This thingy is nice because it holds your book shut. So if you're one of those people that likes chunky sketchbooks, it has 48 sheets, which isn't a lot. It is a lot, but not really. And then, yeah. So we're going to use this, and we're going to use this because I love using dollar store art supplies. And, yeah, basically you can start drawing for $2. On to the video. Alright, so this is my first voiceover with the microphone because if you remember, the last time I used the microphone, I didn't connect it. So I'm just showing you the tip for the pen, and then I'm gonna show like how thick the paper is. The sketchbook does lay flat, so if you like doing multi-page spreads, or if that's something that you want to try doing if you're new to drawing, it lays completely flat. So that's really nice because then you can do drawings across the pages and it won't look weird and you won't lose any of the work that you're doing, which is really nice. I kind of literally just fumble around on the entire first page. I didn't warm up before this video. I don't know if other art YouTubers are warming up. None of my friends make YouTube videos, and like I was watching a video during this too because I planned ahead that I was gonna do a voiceover. But yeah, I didn't warm up, so the first few drawings are abysmal. Well, they're not that bad. They're very clearly doodles. Like, I feel like the stuff on the second page, it still looks like a doodle, but it doesn't look like someone who doesn't draw is doodling. Which, whatever, I just feel I'm very hypercritical of my own work. I try not to get too down on myself, especially when I'm talking to other people, because, you never know who is watching. And if it's someone who's new to drawing and they see something that you did and you think it's not very good and you talk really badly about it, but that's the best they can do right now, it's very disheartening. I have that issue myself where I see people who with beautiful line work and beautiful graphic art, and they're talking about how much they hated it, and it's just very frustrating because I'm looking at that and I'm thinking I would love to be able to make work like that, and they're thinking, here, I'm drawing a fish. I've been drawing a lot of fish recently. I thought it would be good if my name was Fish and I drew fish, so I'm kind of trying to force myself to draw a fish, but not really. But yeah, so I'm going to try not to be too hypercritical of myself. I do like the way this fish comes out. The flowers, I draw on everything. Anytime someone tells me to draw something, I actually do draw the flowers. But, yeah. So, drawing the fish, and then at some point, I think around here, I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat starts yelling at me and sprinting around the house like a madman, And when he does that, it's because he wants attention. And so I was having trouble focusing because he was just screaming at me. I think this is a dog. Yeah, I think it's just a round dog. Here you can see I'm pausing because my cat is like demanding attention. Yep, dog. Here we go. Cartoony dog. And then I'm about to pause because the cat is just being a menace, like an absolute. Here we go. I have to go get him. He needed air jail time. Look how big he is. Hold on. Let me just. Look how big this thing is. He's huge. He does this thing where he sprints around the house and screams until I pick him up and put him in air jail like this. And then he pretends that he doesn't like it. Yeah. You stink. Stinky boy. Okay, we are back. I actually forgot about this video and then didn't finish recording it. So this part of the voiceover is taking place a very long time after the first one. That's okay. I have all the windows open. It's fall, and fall is like my favorite season. So all the windows are open. I'm sorry if you can hear like the outside sounds while I'm doing this. Yeah, so I'm drawing a cactus here. This is honestly mostly it's literally just me doodling with a pen. And if I were better at line work, this video would be like, oh, you can do really great art with really cheap supplies, which is true. But this video was just me having fun, me relaxing. I'm going to turn this rectangle into a 3D robot for some reason. That is another thing that I end up drawing a lot. Like, I'll draw like a square and then I'll be like, what if this is a robot? And I don't know why, because I am not into robots or robotics particularly. I talk so weird sometimes. Which is okay. Which is fine. Yeah, here I am drawing a front-facing fish, which is not possible usually, except for those like golden-eyed goldfish. You know what I'm talking about? Those fish that like have the really like bulging eyes that's face forward. Except for like those fish would never survive. They're like bred in captivities. They would never survive in real life. They would die because they can't see anything. But yeah, front-facing fish. I really like this one. I think this is like one of my favorite sketches from this like exercise that I was doing, which is really just me trying to draw as many things from memory as possible. Which is hard when you have not drawn a lot of things from reference, which is something I'm trying to work on, but that's really, really boring. And I have trouble paying attention. I have trouble focusing. So, like, even right now, I am distracted by the view outside my window. And then I drew this shark. I don't like the shark quite as much, probably because I have never drawn a shark before this. I don't know why I thought I could draw a shark. But, you know, you can tell that it's supposed to be, I think. This is a jellyfish. I tried to, like, make it 3D, draw the little tendrils in there. I think it looks okay by the end. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I really just don't know what to say, honestly. Maybe I will edit some music in, but then I have to look for the music. Yeah, here I am trying to make it like more 3D. Every time you fail at something, you learn something new. So what I learned this time is that less is more. Yeah. Ooh. I recorded this video like a month ago. My nails were... I've done 2 new sets of nails since then. It's crazy. Oh, and then here, in this part of the video, I was talking about the fish that I own, because I was trying to draw, like, sea creatures and just theme creatures. I have freshwater fish, if you don't know that already about me. I have a freshwater tank in my kitchen dining area. And the thing about fish is they're not good at living. They really, truly are not. The way that they thrive is they make a lot of them every time they have babies. And so if you have fish, A, do a lot of research, and B, don't let your kids take care of them. And maybe if you have kids, actually just don't get a fish tank until they're old enough to understand death, because it's really brutal out there. Here I am drawing the fish that's like bent at like a 90-degree angle. It's actually, I looked at this fish today, the bend is way worse than I drew it, but we persevere. This fish, he perseveres. Out of the like 7 babies that he was born with, there's 2 left, and he's one of them. And I honest to God, they didn't like get sick or anything. They were just like, bye. Yeah, that's what I was talking about in this clip. I was talking about how you shouldn't give fish to children. It's a terrible idea. They're exotic pets. Here I am showing you that I had another fish that was bent the opposite way. That one died first. They die a lot, fish, truly. Especially the really little ones. They're so very delicate. And that is not something that I knew, really, until I kept fish. And the thing about it is, anytime you do anything that you think will improve their life, they actually just get really upset and die. Which is crazy. This has turned really morbid. I'm so sorry. I've decided at this point in the video to draw seaweed. I wanted to draw coral, but my goal was to not look up any references. I'm sure you can tell that that's what's happened here. And I didn't know how to draw coral, but I did know how to draw seaweed because I've done it before, so I drew some seaweed. I think that one's really cool. Very silly. That's a rock that I put a face on. Yep. There's the face. I also think that's really cute. I've found that I really like my more cartoony work. When I paint, I'm very good at hyperrealism, or just realism, I guess. But when I draw, I like the more cartoony look. I think it's better. And the reason you learn realism to do cartoons is because cartoons are based in realism. Anytime you see something that is like, wow, that is aggressively not realistic, they honestly probably learned how to draw it realistically first, or they just didn't know how to draw it, and they decided to me. So you never know, truly. Here I am drawing Patrick Star. I know you can't tell, it looks like just a starfish, but I draw his shorts in a second because I'm like, wow, he doesn't look like Patrick Star. But then he starts to a little bit. Yeah, so I drew the little flowers all over his pants, and then I start to fill them in just a second. Yeah, I still don't really know what to talk about in these videos, if I'm being quite honest with you. I haven't really settled on a topic. I should probably, honestly, be writing scripts for this. But the only people that right now that see these videos are people I directly send the link to. So I'm honestly not that worried about it yet. I'm just trying to convince myself to be on a set schedule. Like, all of my videos thus far have been at least a week late, based on my own self-imposed timeline. Like, I am not good at self-imposed timelines. I know that guy, he's full of crap. He is not going to do anything about it. So, right now, these videos are kind of a mess, and I'm so sorry for that sound that's happening right now. Right now, these videos are kind of a mess, and I'm okay with that because basically every video I watch about making YouTube videos says that the first 30 videos are a mess, and this is only like the 5th one, so you know what, it's fine. I'll write a script for the next one. I said that last time, but maybe next time it'll be true. So, yeah, here I am. It said that the liner was waterproof, so these are not from the Dollar Tree. These are watercolor paints that I borrowed from Hobby Lobby in high school. I never use them because I'm not good at watercolor. I am very confused the whole time. But, as you can see, they're not, like, coming up the liner. It is, in fact, waterproof once it's dry, which I really appreciate when people aren't liars about the things on their products. And then here's me trying a marker to color it in with marker to see how much the pen does or doesn't bleed with alcohol markers, because that is a different kind of liquid. And as you can see, it also is fine. It's fine. You could line first with these if you wanted to, and I feel like it would be okay. So that's all. That is the video, I think.